Our next game is the Gold Coast Titans taking on the Brisbane Broncos. Gold Coast going through plenty of changes. So Brian Kelly is out with an injury, which means that Paul Fermor slotted into the centre. Keegan Hipgrave comes in. He's replacing Jamin Joloff as he's gone for the season now. He's basically been ruled out with a high grade, I think it was ankle sprain. But Fotuaker comes from the bench. Jairo is basically put to the bench due to they're basically monitoring his shoulder at the minute. They don't want to overdo him. So it's a smart move. Jairo probably won't play big minutes this week, especially so close to the end of the season with pretty much nothing to play for now. So I think the Titans are just basically watching this one out. No Philip Semi as well. He's not in the 17, so another big loss for them there. Whitbread comes into the bench. So as for the Broncos, for the first time in God knows how long, their 1-7 is unchanged, which is quite incredible. I like the Broncos just for that. Although they did do one thing that very much annoyed me. Last week, Haas was in the 8 and Kennedy was in the 10. They decided to swap that just so that I'd have to update the graphics. So thank you very much for that, Brisbane. Their bench is very strange for me. So, but notable inclusion, Alex Glenn back in the second row. Bert, Tio drops to the bench. Xavier Coates on the bench with Joe Offengawe. Strange one. You've essentially got a centre winger coming in. Are they maybe holding out for an injury? Is Oates, Staggs, Farnworth or Kennar running wounded? Not 100%, but Coates is there in the 16 shirt.
Yeah, not overly sure about Xavier Coates there in the 16. I don't know if Kennar or Oates is injured. That would be the assumption. But I don't see him staying there. That being said, you've got Arthurs, Croft, Bullimore and Peterson Rabati in the reserves. So it's not as if outside of Bullimore, I haven't really seen Peterson Rabati play. It's not like there's anyone there who I think could potentially take that spot. Potentially they're looking to put Oates into the second row at some point, Coates onto the wing. That is a very feasible option, I think. I really like the fact that they've stuck with O'Sullivan. I think he's a fantastic player. I think that's their halves pairing to go on. Dearden is just a little piece of dynamite. He's fantastic. I rate him highly. O'Sullivan came in with some great raps, just couldn't get the spot. Bided his time. He's now in there. I really hope that they stick with that halves combination. I really, really do. I don't quite know where to go on this one. I am going to go straight off the bat and say Katoni Staggs anytime try scorer. Him up against Bo Firma. Staggs, he's just too quick. He's too quick. He'll get around Firma. Firma very well at some point very well could break the line. He has a knack at doing that one way or another. But Staggs is going to score. I'm sticking with it. He's become the new Zach Lomax. I think I've picked him every week the last 3, and he's scored. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Even at $1.91, I think he gets over the try line. I'm going to let you go for the rest. I need to have a serious look at the betting markets for this one, but Staggs anytime. I'm going to be as bold as to say that that's my best bet of the week. My best single is Staggs to score.
Okay. What is the under-over sitting at?
Let's have a sneaky look. Far out. Okay. 45.5.
Under. All day long. I'm going to take the under. I don't want to do it. Why I can see me catching the words as they leave my mouth. Broncos will win this one. It's a bold shout. Basically, I'm working under the premise of when a team loses so often, they have to win at some point. What better game to win than basically a Queensland get square? All the Broncos have heard this year is you guys are the worst team in Queensland. Gold Coast are now the best team in Queensland. So knock off Gold Coast, shut their fans up for a little bit, take some bragging rights. I think the fact that they're stuck with the same 1-7, yes, it's not a fantastic 1-7, but it's a 1-7 all the same that have some sort of familiarity. Farnworth has been going good. Dearden started to step up and really make the game his own and control and dictate. It just seems to me, I think that the Broncos will get up in this one. So I'm going to go Broncos 1-12. Broncos take the under, and yeah, I think that'll do it there. I don't want to give them any time. I've already gone risky enough by backing the Broncos.
I was on that line of thinking. I'm going to make it. I'm going to preface it by saying this. I do think the Broncos win. But for the sake of making our little thing exciting, I'm going the Titans.
4-4's happening this week. Do you know what? I've just realised. I've literally just said 4-4's happening this week, and I've said that with great confidence while backing the Broncos. I honestly, 2020 has broken me. I can't deal with 2020 anymore. Roll on New Year. Let's get Christmas out of the way.
Yeah, that's brave, my friend. Saying that it's immoral whilst tipping the Broncos. I am going Stag still on anytime try scorer. The line is 2.5. I'm eating that up with the Titans. I know I just said that the Broncos win, but if the Titans win, they're going to win by more than 2 points. So Titans -2.5. Stags anytime try scorer. I don't know if I'm confident about anyone in particular. I do want to point out though that the bench for the Titans, as you mentioned, Arrow potentially a little minute restricted this week. Aaron Clark, Jai Whitbread, Sam Lasoni, the others. It would not surprise me one bit to see Payne Haas get off his duck egg. I'm going to go Payne Haas, anytime try scorer, just completely out of left field. Wow, I say that as I also suggest the Titans 2.5. So I'm going to go Anthony Don as well. Stags, Haas, Anthony Don. That is absolutely insane. Please play that as a single. I will tell you the multi-value. It's going to be huge. It's going to be $64. Please play those as singles. If that somehow gets up, I do take tips. But yeah, Titans on 2.5, Stags, Haas, Don. Don't ask me why. My gut's churning. It could be the fact that I'm drinking Pepsi Max right now, but we're going with it.
Okay, then. I think then we'll get on to a slightly easier pick then.